Let's compare the new Packet Tracer 7.0 to the previous version 6.3. Many things have changed, but the way you use the Packet Tracer GUI stays pretty much the same. Let's first look at items that are the same. Then, at the same time, we will point out what is different in PT 7.0. Let's look at the menu bar first. In the File pull-down menu, everything is the same except you can log out so another user can log in to Packet Tracer. The edit pull-downs are the same, with expanded copy and paste of items from one Packet Tracer file to another. The Options pull-down remains the same. As you will see later, changes have been made to the preference menus. The View pull-down has had one item added to it, and that is the viewpoint. This will help to make navigating large networks easier. The Tools pull-down has added the Script Project Manager. The Extensions pull-down remains the same. The Help pull-down menu remains the same. The Interface tab gives you more options, like being able to change between SAE and metric system, allowing cable and port information in logical or physical modes. The Administrative tab only adds the ability to hide the Miscellaneous tab. There are many more items that could be hidden in Packet Tracer 7.0, so you will have more control of these in the Hide tab. Notice that the Hide Fill Wireless Grid with Pattern has been moved under the Hide tab. The Font tab now has a slider to adjust the size of the fonts in the menu items for easier navigation. In the Miscellaneous tab, the interface controls are removed and the settings for remote access have been added. The Custom interface adds the new network and smart devices to the list. The Publish tab has not changed. New is the Image Cleanup tab. This tab is to help you keep the size of your PT file smaller. Logical mode is still used to configure the network devices. The new items you see on the slide include new categories for networking and smart devices. You now have the ability to search for a device, copy and paste of devices between Packet Tracer files, and the Environment Control tab, which gives you the ability to make changes to the environment of a container. A container could be cities, buildings, even a wiring closet. In physical mode, you can build real-life scenarios that would include multi-layer buildings, rooms, or places. If you started in physical mode, it will be more like installing the network with devices instead of designing it. Let's now compare the logical mode navigation bar. The only item that has been added is the environment, which we will talk in depth in another video. The physical mode navigation bar has the new generic container and the environmental buttons. The set background is now different than in 6.3. You have the ability to work in 3 dimensions, so there is a length, height, and width with volume also added. This allows sensors to react to the changes in the volume and in the area. The next big change is the device type selection box. Due to the many new smart devices, actuators, sensors, and network devices, new categories and device types have been created. You can create your own devices from a device on the workspace and put it into a category using the device template manager. The new network devices are to reflect industrial strength switching and routing. Commands have been added to improve experiences in the routers and switches. New routing and switching protocols have been added. Hot Standby Routing Protocol, HSRP, is a Cisco proprietary redundancy protocol for establishing fault-tolerant default gateway. Port mirroring on a Cisco system switch is generally referred to as Switch Port Analyzer, or SPAN, or RS-SPAN, which is Remote Switch Port Analyzer. The control and provisioning of wireless access points CAP/WAP protocol is a standard interoperable networking protocol that enables a central wireless LAN controller to manage a collection of wireless access points. One-to-one Layer 2 NAT is a service that allows the assignment of a unique public IP address to an existing private IP address or end device, so that the end device can communicate on both the private and the public subnetwork. DHCP server post-based address allocation feature design is when Cisco Industrial Ethernet switches are deployed on the factory floor, they offer connectivity to the directly connected manufacturing devices. A failed manufacturing device must be repaired immediately in the existing network or replaced by a new device. The Sfp Transceiver Module is a hot pluggable I/O device that plugs into module sockets. The transceiver connects the electrical circuitry of the module with the optical or copper network. The Precision Time Protocol, PTP, synchronizes with nanosecond accuracy the real-time clocks of the devices in a network. REP is a protocol used in order to replace the Spanning Tree Protocol, STP, in specific Layer 2 network designs. LDP allows network devices to advertise information about themselves to other devices on the network. Switches now have ROM-on commands allowing password recovery. This is the end of Part 1, a brief comparison of Packet Tracer 7.0 to PT 6.3. Part 2 will deal with the IoT devices.